So, when's a good time for some aerosol spraying? Well, any time of the day or night is a great time for aerosol spraying. It's important that we spray these things on our population. It's important that they spray these things on you every single day. It's good for the economy, you see, and it's helping us win the war in Iran. How's that? Isn't that great? I can't tell you why because I have no idea how that works, but apparently it does, right? What the fuck ever. I've been thinking about the question of I'm not sure which way to go with thing, right? I've been wanting to make a video on just so I could, talk about and my thoughts on how do you die? How does somebody die? If because the way the sky is sprayed, it's possibility that might happen more sooner than later. I joke about saying I died in 2016 because that's pretty much how I feel about it with Morgellons issues, and that was 2016 to 2018 were like the peak, maybe 2015, 2018, somewhere that range of years was the height of the worst Morgellons issues I was dealing with, but it's not as if they stopped; they never go away, right? I guess I'm going this way, but I was basically, and then I said, I decided I might as well be dead because I couldn't do anything. I couldn't be around anybody, and I still really can't to a large degree. So, luckily I can stay where I'm staying at out with Tad. And, I get a lot of, time to myself, I guess, but so maybe I'm thinking too much, but how do you die? How do you plan that? What if you? It could be a lot of scenarios because some people have terminal illnesses, and so they know that they're going to have to deal with dying soon. And then there's the Morgellons thing was like a terminal illness, except it's not quite there's no way to really say that it's going to kill you, because I felt like I was going to die several times, but I didn't, and so there's the rub, I guess, right? And as far as that goes, but if you're going to die at some particular, within, between, I don't know, June and July or something, it's not exactly sure. That's pretty close, narrowing it down pretty closely. But if it's just kind of what I mean is how do you die? How do you, because everybody knows they're going to die, and you can kind of feel it in yourself if you I don't know. If you can sense that your days are short, and then you turn out to be correct, what do you do if you believe that that's going to be true? So how do you have family? I do. I have children and a grandchild even, and I don't want to trouble them with necessarily telling them how much crap I deal with, just the physical things. They know about some of that, but and mental things as well. I don't want to trouble them in any way, but have them worry about me or anything. But I can't I can't just go hang out and stuff, because it's just doesn't work that way. Would you have? I run out of I can't describe exactly what I'm trying to say. Is I'm not trying to like absolve myself of responsibility for any shortcomings in my parental abilities or my relations with my family, but I'm also trying to present the reason that I kind of have to keep to myself is because I can't do the social interaction thing with people, all the time. It's like this. It's like everything in this world is trying to force you into socially interacting, and I'm not saying that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it definitely can be. But how do I talk to them? Should I talk to them about it? Should I just pretend like, oh, no, nothing's going wrong and I'm never going to die? That everything's okay when, I don't want them feeling like I don't care about them or either that I'm speaking mainly of my children and my family, my extended family members, my aunts, my cousins. I'm not trying to avoid them or anything, but I'm an only child, so and I grew up in an isolated environment as well, and then I have the Morgellons thing really isolates you. Oh yeah, and I spent 8 out of 14 years in and out of Clark County Jail for driving a car without a license and unpaid fines basically. And that's very isolating too, sitting in jail with a rotating crew of other people that are going in and out of jail, for months at a time, every few months for 14 years. Yeah, that really helps. Basically all of my 20s. So that's kind of isolating too, but that at least was a long time ago now. But I'm wondering about, how does a person die? What are they supposed to do? What if you know you're going to die? Do you just, but what if you don't know? People kind of assume that if you're not telling them that you're going to die, that everything's fine and you should be okay, I've had people for a few years, like, now and then, they're like, well, just go get a job and then get yourself fucking back on your feet again. I'm like, it doesn't fucking work that way, man. I fucking cannot guarantee that I can show up at a job on any given day or stay there for any certain length of time on a daily basis. But that doesn't mean I can't do anything. As long as it's completely on my schedule, I can. But it takes a lot of effort. It's hard to do stuff when when your fingers are turning white and tingling like they are right now because I'm driving somewhere. That's all it takes for me to get up and move. The supposed autoimmune disease, which sounds like a giant load of horse shit to me. Autoimmune disease. Give me a fucking break. The term was coined by this doctor, I can't remember his name, but in the 20s, something like that. And he was saying that that there's not a thing. He was like sarcastic, like what, the body makes an autoimmune response to attack itself. That's ridiculous. And he said he didn't believe in it. That was not what was happening. But the term now means that your body is attacking itself because it thinks there's a problem when there's not. So, obviously on this warm spring day, my body thinks I'm freezing to death and it's cutting off the circulation in my hands. Yeah, that's what's going on. Just it feels like necropathy. Like my cells are just dying. And when I get the Raynaud's in my fingers, and it creeps its way up sometimes, and it's into my elbow, and then I feel it right now on my fucking, right between my eyes, literally. See, right fucking there. Raynaud's, isn't that great? So how do I die? I don't even know when I'm gonna die. What if I just keep on living? But with worsening and worsening conditions, because it's all I can do to keep my conditions at bay for a day, any given day. And when the sky is like this, sprayed the F out, sprayed out, straight out. Oh yeah, it would be a beautiful spring day with fucking sunshine and blue skies. But no, we don't need no blue skies. What we need to do is get sprayed down, and I have to live with around a bunch of people who completely and totally in denial of it. Like, oh, everything's fine. Come on, Bill, let's get down to work and get our job done at the fucking whatever plant. And yeah, I'm going to my office to do my thing in my cubicle, and who the fuck knows what these people are doing. But I guarantee you there's like 1 out of 100 that'll fucking notice the sky up there. Man. Cluster F, right? Man, come on. This is what happens when it's all sprayed out too. Like, people drive really strange. They like cluster together in groups. Ow. Fucking hand's killing me. But look at that haze right there. It's bordering on having a magenta hue to it, I swear to God. Don't do this bag. Get the fuck out there. Anyway, how are you supposed to die? Because, it's hard for me to even make a video and stay on topic because of this bullshit. I mean, I can taste the fucking chemtrail bullshit in my mouth. I can totally taste it. Red alert, red alert. It was the DOT truck. Yuck. You know what? I think that this is like the human cattle idea, right? We're the human fucking cattle, or we wouldn't be able to get sprayed with this shit. You don't even have the right to have clean air. That's how worthless you are. You are a creature that is owned by something else, and they can do whatever they want, I think, is what the takeaway from this life is. Social security number, that's your product number, that's your identifier, and your stock certificate number. It's the same as a check routing number, something along those lines. And so then somewhere somebody believes that they own you, and they have a piece of paper to prove it, probably a title, deed, certificate, right? This is the bumpiest lane right here, of course. But it stops being bumpy right about here. So that's nice. Yeah, how do you die? I can't hardly breathe. I guess you die by suffocation in the oxygen deprivation torture that we call our country. That's how they do the spirit cooking thing, is the occultists have, a practice where they choke somebody out and then till they're almost dead, and then let them revive, and then do it again and do it again and do it again and do it again and do it again. And the story is that keeping a person on the verge of death but not dying for a long period of time will weaken their soul, weaken their mind and their soul against spiritual possession. And that by doing that, that's how they can invoke a demon into somebody, or basically, it could also be viewed as programming a personality into them, you know. You torture them until their mind snaps and just will do anything that you're telling them to in order for you to stop torturing them, and you don't, you know, it's not like you're going to kill them. They know they're not going to die. There are worse things in this world than death. Since I'm on the topic of death, and this is a long-ass video anyway, but oxygen deprivation is the method that they use in this torture. The people, you know, who might have a certificate with your name on it that says they own you, and they get off on torture. So how do they invoke demons into people? They choke them out and they deprive them of oxygen, which weakens their connection with their soul, literally, in a physical sense, at least the soul to the body. This is what they're saying. I'm not telling this is a fact. This is what they believe, and this is, you know, presumably the reason they do the things they do. You know, they have their demons, and then they want everybody else to have some too, because they're a legion, right? There are many. There are multiples of them, the numbers like the grains of sand. That's what these occultists do. They're doing an oxygen deprivation torture on the entire nation. They're MK Ultra torturing everyone in their minds already with this shit they put on television and the straight bullshit NASA. You know, isn't it strange that they always do their shit? The first picture of the Earth, not always all their things, but, you know, the first picture of Earth was on April Fool's Day, and then they launched the Apollo's sister Artemis mission on April Fool's Day. Because guess what? If you believe them, you're being fooled. I mean, duh. Fuck, I don't want to go to the store right now. It's packed. I think I need to go to the bank as well, so I think I'll go to the bank first. What a shit show this fucking world is, right? Hey, we're going to what the fuck could even if you could go to the moon, it was a place you could go, and four people got in a rocket and went there. What could they do that they couldn't do with a unmanned, you know, something unmanned, an unmanned mission? What are these guys going to be able to fucking click some sensor array faster than the computer could do it? You know, oh, we were really here and we saw it with our own eyes. Yeah, sure you did. Hurry. Okay. So you get to turn. What a load of horse shit. And meanwhile, you know what I think NASA's budget is? NASA is the spray down crew. They're the ones chemtrailing us. They're the ones spraying the poison on us because we don't even have the right to have clean air, clean water, or any control of our food supply. You know, it's fucking, this nation is a fucking joke. It's a blight. Anybody who thinks it's good is fucking completely brainwashed. There's nothing good about the United States. There's nothing good about our militaries or the people that are doing anything in it. It's not good. It's all bad. We're not defending, protecting anybody, not even our own people. The United States is just a demon that is trying to take over the world by forced compliance, you know, externally. And internally, it's forced compliance by spraying everybody with poison so that everybody is compromised. Because there's nothing better than having a nation of compromised people all dependent upon systems, because none of them could function fully on their own due to the poison that you sprayed on them. Oh, that's super cool, right? And when you get sick and die at a younger age, you know what you get to do? You get to help the economy by creating jobs for the children that are growing up breathing the poison, that are not going to live to be as old as you are now, in all likelihood. And if they do, they're going to be in some sort of little 15-minute prison, right? You know, the concentration camp, I mean, this is straight up. The concentration camp is your fucking city. These things put all around us, these little panels, on the see the little white panels and the camera right there. Those are the prison. Those are the guards watching. The AI is watching you at all times, monitoring everything you do. Great. Won't it be great when you don't have to carry cash anymore and everything you purchase will be through your phone? That'll be wonderful. Or the chip in your hand, or the chip in your forehead, right? Because you don't even have the right to clean fucking air. And so, when we're talking about how do you die, it's a real relevant thing. How do you die when you know that you and everybody else is being fucking killed right now? Isn't that sweet? God bless America. What a great motherfucking country we have. Oh, I'm so lucky to have been born here and live in this wonderful place with all of our technology and our advancement. I can't wait till we go to Mars. Won't that be wonderful? You know how they're selling this fantasy? Is that everybody's in abject denial of reality, and so they want nothing more than to have some fantastical bullshit to believe in. That's how the first moon missions were pulled off, is that there's been 50 straight fucking years of war, people getting arms and limbs blown off and family members killed, by choice, by our government that was continuously engaged in war, with other countries doing the same thing, because there is no difference. The Axis and allies are the same fucking thing. And look at the word allies. All lies. The first thing that you do with a war is that you flood everywhere with conflicting stories of everything and make them all, from accredited and believable, accounts. That way nobody anywhere knows what's actually going on. And then you go do your heinous shit. You torture people and try and get them demon possessed. You fuck their minds up so that they're MK Ultra to the max. And they become conformed somehow. Maybe it is all possession, but the oxygen deprivation thing definitely is. And what does it do when you put aluminum oxide gas in the fucking air? It fills a spot in your lungs when you take a breath of where oxygen should go, because there's an oxygen molecule, and brings a piece of aluminum into your body, which is a conductive metal. An antenna, a cube. Aluminum is a cube. It is a cubic metal. You get down on the super micro scale, and it's little cubes stuck together. Little cubes of a certain specific size are called antennas. If you make them a bunch of cubes the same exact size, they all resonate with each other. It's called an antenna. Not only is it oxygen depriving people, it's putting antennas in every cell in your body, and that's how the biodigital convergence is able to send and receive signals to your body from the cell towers and the wireless and Wi-Fi hubs and mesh networks and all of that shit that's everywhere around right now. How do you... Okay, so where was I before I had to go to the bank? Oh, look at there. They're pals. They're going flying together. Let's go fly an airplane, guys. Come on. We'll make some pretty stripes in the sky and make everybody happy. Yay, happy clouds. Oh, yeah, that's super neato. Because, who needs to breathe clean air? Who needs to breathe clean air? Fuck you, motherfuckers. Lovely. Fuck do I get out of here? Dig. Guess we got a green light. Yummy chemtrail cottonmouth. That's neato. Oh, of course, it's just backed up all the way to the corner. Of course, why not? Or is this, because everybody wants to go out and cruise around today, right? What the fuck ever. Oh, a guy crossing the crosswalk. That's what, somebody up here. The first guy with 9 cars behind him has to sit here and wait. Give me a fucking break. fuck out of here. What was that? Bzzz, it sure sounded buzzy. Three-phase power, Isis, Horus, and Set. I've always thought that for some reason. You know, we called it electricity, they called it El, the god. The unknowable god, because you can't know electricity. You can know what it does and how some of its functions and things that it's capable of, but you can't know it and like you know another person. El. Isis, Horus, Seth. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Vishnu, Rama, and Brahman, or something like that. Brahma, Vishnu, and their manifestations. It's always a three. Like a triangle, which is one side of a pyramid. A pyramid is just a box with a point. Well, I guess theoretically between the two would be a trapezoid. Hey, 6446. What do you know? I'm spacing it off. I look up, what do I see? The numbers 6446 mirrored. Because that's like always shit always happens. I see the mirrored numbers, pairs, and whatnot. Yeah. Hey, little cobra. Wait, that's the. Yeah, shut him down. Shut him down. Anyway. Sprayed the fuck out. Can't even make a video because I don't know if I can't stay on fucking point. Because I have chemtrail cotton mouth and it just fills me with the most useless kind of angst that I have to fucking live in this shithole fucking place. Surrounded by people who think that none of this shit matters. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Hey, fuck you and your fucking surveillance camera. AI piece of shit. The biggest issue with people that I have with people with the Kimberly T and the rails is the attitude of, oh, there's nothing you can do about it, so who cares? You can't do nothing about it. And what's the difference? You only live once. Yeah, you only live once, YOLO. What a fucking bunch of bullshit. I mean, like, yeah, sure. You only live once, so who cares? A long life of health and doing fun things with people that you like or don't like or whatever. But a long life where you're healthy and can go do things that you want to do. Or a short life filled with sickness, disease, and sadness. What's the difference? You only live once. Who cares about the conditions of your life? You only live once. If you're born in a fucking in a prison where you're fucking tortured every single day for your entire existence, or you're born in a paradise of a Garden of Eden, what's the difference? You only live once. So shut the fuck up with that. You only live once. Does that mean you only die once? No. Yeah. YOLO. Get the fuck out of here. That's a way of saying, of resigning yourself to accepting the status quo no matter whatever happens. It's perfectly normal. Remember that. You should never question anything and never attempt to even talk about anything. Just pretend all the bad things in your life that happen aren't happening. That's what the message is for the children. Hey, little Billy, is the pastor fingering your butthole after church? Don't say anything about it. You just let him do it and be quiet and be happy that you're getting a meal tonight at home when you eat. And little Sally, is Uncle Tommy diddling you? Oh shit. Well, you just take it, you little bitch, because that's the message that America sends to its children. Whatever's happening, you should just bend over and take it, no matter what. Take it and shut the fuck up. That's what you should do, because that's the American way. Yep. No matter what happens, you just take it and don't say a fucking word. Or you're a pussy. Give me a fucking break.